Well, great afternoon, everyone. Oh my goodness, Chit Chat Kit Kats. Well, thank you for the gift. I did get a gift today. She sent me some cards. She said these are some of her favorite ones that she likes. And so she sent me some of those. Now I don't know how much I'll be using them. I mean, this one I could see Radiant Wisdom Tarot cards. They're a little bit difficult to see online. You can see they're just, I mean, these would be a good set for beginners because on the back of it's got the, breakdown for what the card is. But to try to use these to read online, you can't really see the images well. So, but I think they would be really a good deck for people that are just learning to read cards. That might be good for them. And then this other deck, Karma cards, it has the houses, the signs. This is based on astrology, okay? And you can read them one way or the other way. And so here we get Aquarius. It tells if it's right side up about your vision. And if it's upside down, it's got another way to read them. Okay, the Karma cards. Now this last deck, I may actually be able to use here, the higher self messages. I might be able to use these in conjunction with some of my other decks to do oracle reads and things. So this deck I will keep up here, okay, because I think that I feel like these can be used. And then my favorite thing that she sent is a couple of these little birds. I love the little birds. Look at how cute that is. A couple of little birds. So one of the little birds I leave sitting here on this table, and the other one is up there by the fountain. I have the little bird up there by the fountain. So I love those little birds. And the cards, like I said, thank you for sending them. Thank you for thinking of me. And this deck, like I said, I think I can, I'll be able to use with some readings here. So we'll see how these work. Maybe with the Talisman Oracle or the with the Feminine Wisdom deck, they might work in conjunction with those. And sent me a couple of little stones. You know, I've got stones everywhere here. Don't send me stones with people attached to them. I already went through that one. Okay, but a couple of little stones here as well. So thank you for the gifts. Now today, I ordered some things from Etsy. So the bowls came today. It was a set of 4. Very cute Japanese motif. But one of them came and was chipped. I could have cut myself on it. And they arrived, they were dirty. They were dusty, dirty. They were packed fine. So I know it was chipped before they were sent. It wasn't chipped in. So the person selling them isn't looking at her product, okay? So I had to throw one of the bowls away because it's unusable. But like I said, I was lucky I didn't get cut. And then another one, this one really, really upset me today. I ordered a bamboo cup. And it wasn't that it was expensive, but the shipping was as much as the cup was. It never arrived. Instead of coming here, it went up to Washington State. And I told the girl, well, it never arrived. Well, you could buy another one. I'll give you a 20% discount. But you're the one that wanted it sent that way. Well, no, I wasn't. They make the choice on how they're going to send it. So she wanted to blame me for the way she chooses to send it and says, well, you know, you don't have any kind of recourse other than to buy a new one. So I gave her a bad review. I said, this girl has got no integrity. She blames me for the way she ships it and then says I can buy another one at a discount. So I put that on her review. Now, I don't like to give bad reviews. You know, people are trying to make a living, but when they do something like that, they want to blame you for the way they choose to send it and tell you, well, you can just buy another one and I'll give you a 20% discount. You know what I tell her? I'll give you a one-finger salute. So who knows if it'll ever show up. It just says it's in the U.S. now. But yeah, she wouldn't even check into where it was at, tracking, would nothing. Just put the blame on you as the buyer. You're at fault, you're the buyer, you're at fault. So, yeah, good luck with that business. But I gave her the, a 1 star. If I could give her 0 stars, I would do it. And just put on there, she blames me for the way she sends it. Ah, that's good. That's lovely. Now, I wish the one plate hadn't arrived chipped and had to be thrown away. I hate to throw away something like that. There's very pretty, little scenery. You'll see them later. I'll show them to you. So instead of 4 plates, I had 3. And they weren't cheap, and the shipping wasn't cheap. But, when you're selling things, I would think you would at least have them washed, not send them dirty, dusty, and that you would check and make sure that, you read the whole thing. It didn't say there was a chip. It said there, just the gold around the edge was, some of it was gone because they're older and fine. But it didn't say anything about being chipped and cracked. So, yeah, you get some people that are, take care in what they're doing, and other ones, they just don't, okay? They just don't. But, yeah, if you're going to have a business and you want to try to, get a good name for yourself, for Pete's sakes, if you're sending out something, make sure that it's clean. Don't send it out like it's been sitting in a garage for the last 5 years. It's, oh, mercy. But, yeah. It was sad that I had to throw one of those away, but I'm glad I didn't get cut. But, yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, the joys, another day, another day. But even though I can't use these online, because you really can't see them, and they're not not the clearest to do readings, but if you're learning tarot, it does say what it is, like this one. Well, it's the Lovers. It does tell you it's a major arcana, and I guess if it's upright, they give the message of what it's supposed to be. It's usually numbered as card 6, one of the most well-known, widely used tarot decks. Imagery can vary somewhat. Okay, it tells a little bit about the card. Upright, it says it means love, harmony, relations, values, alignment, choices, partnerships. If it's reversed, the tarot spread answer is yes. So, yeah, if one comes reversed, then it'll tell you if it's a yes or a no. But it'll tell you a little bit about the card, and if it's upright, kind of what it means. So, yeah, it would be a deck, an interesting deck for somebody that's just learning to read tarot and wants to have some background on the cards. Okay. So, the interpretation of the card. Chariot. Card of determination, control, victory. Okay. So, yeah. But, yeah, this would be an interesting deck for those that are learning to read tarot, want a deck that they could, tarot cards for beginners. I just now saw that. And it is a good deck for beginners. I think I'm a little past the very beginning stage, though. I'm just... Are you trying to tell me something that I need to relearn or something? I don't know. But thank you anyway for sending them to me. Oh my goodness. Oh, having my coffee. So yeah, like I said, Ronald's showing up tomorrow sometime. I guess his planes got delayed, so he will be here later than what he was expecting. But this push is going to be getting rid of still a lot of things in the kitchen. I'm still going through things there. I don't need so many plates and stuff. So I'm just going to get rid of a lot of them. And cups, getting rid of a ton of cups, because I'm one person. How many cups do I need? Now, they're cups that I really love. Like, I really love this. This is not a great cup. I got it. He kind of boo-booed when he made this, but I really like these pottery cups. I have a couple of pottery cups. Mr. Mickey likes to lay up on top of the pillow. I have a couple of the pottery cups that I really like. And then some of those ones that are, I ordered a couple more of the ones that I have the matcha lattes in. I really do like those. So those I'm keeping. But a ton of the coffee cups I'm getting rid of. I don't need them. How many, really, I only need two of them. One for drinking and one for cleaning, really. Of course, I'll keep more than that, but I'm paring down, and paring down. Yep. So, anyway, that's what's going on today. And well, we'll just continue on. I see they're still fighting to get the Epstein files. They're going to start releasing some, but I know when they get them, 9 out of 10, it's going to be totally redacted. And then they'll have another fight. Another fight. And Trump is going, bonkers. Bonkers because, and then they're supposed to have all the files, but they're going to, eke them out a little at this. Yeah, new action. A new action. When it comes to the long term, yeah, they're going to try to eke them out. Yeah, Bondy. They're doing what they can to hold it up. To hold it up. Okay? So, we'll see what happens with that. Oh my goodness. The insanity. Today I just kind of, I didn't read a lot of political. Every once in a while I just kind of need to go, So I was watching a lot of the Japanese things today, and I just, once in a while, when you do this every single day, 365 days a year, for how many years now, this political arena of insanity that we're going through, I just felt I need to have a little break. And look at something that's more intelligent. I'll look at all the craftsmen, how they're doing their work, and the loveliness of that and the integrity of it versus having to deal with the swamplands. I feel like I'm, where are my hip waders? You're dredging through the swamplands every day. Oh, the toxicity of it all. So anyway, that's why today I was just kind of, I don't want to read on all of that crap today. I did read this morning a little bit, but then it's like, once in a while, you just need to say, you know what? I'm taking a breather. I'm taking a breather. Don't feel like reading on that. So on that note, I'll leave that here. I'm going to sit and enjoy my coffee and check out something else that's, I'll check a little bit more the political, just so I can kind of keep up what's going on. But I don't want to be immersed in it all day today. Just, no, don't feel like it.